See the oh, we're live on Facebook. We are now live. It's Wedding Wednesday. Come closer. Oh, okay. Closer. You know what? These chairs are too big.
Franca needs to come closer.
Am I closer?
Okay,
I'm
now
closer.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Welcome back, guys. I miss you. It's busy, crazy busy season, and this is why we haven't been doing Wedding Wednesday lately. The last 2 Wednesdays in a row, we had rehearsal night, and we have to go to that, and so brides come before Wedding Wednesday. Sorry. Stephanie's just sharing. So why don't you guys do the same? If you're watching on Facebook, share. And on Instagram, you can go on Instagram and actually invite your friends. Is it freezing? I see it freezing. Go on Instagram and invite your friends to come watch Wedding Wednesday, because we do this every Wednesday, almost every Wednesday at 9 p.m. So today we're just gonna do a recap of what we've been up to, and we've been up to weddings. May is crazy busy season. Actually started at the end of April. So are you done? So you can look at what's going on.
Sorry.
She's inviting all her friends.
No, not even that.
Oh, are you wondering who this girl is? Sorry, we just decided to bring a girl on the show. This is I'm Kat. No, what do I want to call you? Franca. Who's family call you?
Franca.
It's Franca. This is Franca. And a few weeks ago, maybe, I posted who wants to come and get a coordinator experience. And a bunch of people responded, and we might still give other people chances to come get the experience. Some people who responded were brides who just wanted to see what it's like to have a wedding day. Some people were people interested in working for me. Some people who just love watching us and just wanted to be part of the day. My hair looks great. Thanks, guys. You know what? I'm not sure about straightening my hair yet. I'm not sure. I feel like they don't look as burnt as before, but last time I had short hair, I had that angle bob look, and it just felt cooler, and now I just feel I don't know if I look like 12 years old.
Oh, it's okay. My hair's parted in the
no,
middle,
I
and
don't
I'm
know.
all
But
weirded
I'm
out.
learning how to curl it very nicely. I would love a wedding coordinator experience. Yeah. Oh, I would love to sing opera like you. She sings opera. Malatesta Opera Events is an opera singer. And she has a show coming up on the 24th. Why don't you post there how to buy tickets for your show? It's an opera event, and you know actually who's singing in her show is Christopher Dallow, the guy who was singing at St. David's Church for Jessica's wedding.
Oh, nice.
I love, guys, if you get to get married at St. David's Church, you have to ask for him, because he's fantastic.
Really,
or you can always hire Malatesta Opera Events separately.
Yes.
Some churches, and we're going to have her on the show one day so we can discuss this, but some churches will not let you bring other people in.
True.
That's why I'm saying if you get to go to St. David's, you got a good option there if they don't let you bring other people in. Because music's very important.
I agree.
It's very bad when you're sitting in a church, it's all nice and romantic, and the singer's just
Oh my god,
needs to stop.
remember that? I think
Sometimes.
maybe I attended a wedding where
we had a wedding like that. We're not going to say who it was.
no. Where
Okay, there it is, guys. Malatesta Opera Events. You can go there and buy tickets. Go watch opera. I'm really going to try to make it. I really am going to try to make it. But if I buy tickets, it's going to be last minute. Because my life is just crazy. I actually just have some people hire me did you guys know that you can hire a wedding coordinator the week before? People don't think it's possible, but we can do it.
Oh yeah.
We just have a meeting with you, sit down, and plan your whole day, and we get it done. So I try to keep my weekends open and plan things last minute if I can. Because I just had someone book me for June 14th, last week. I know it's a month away, but okay, so we want to talk about the weddings. Now, Franca did not come to the first wedding we had. Me and Stephanie were there, and that was Jessica. That's the wedding with the nice dress on the stand that everybody's been messaging me about.
I know, it was a beautiful dress.
She looked amazing
I
in that dress. I think it suited her.
But I already knew people were going to message from the moment I took that picture of the dress. I was like, it's going to begin. Because, I want that dress. Yeah. So I could just imagine how people feel.
I love the sleeve.
Yeah.
With, the see-through sleeve.
Yeah.
I love the sleeve, period. I don't know. But people were asking me, so if you're watching and you ask me, the dress designer for that dress is Justin Alexander. I messaged the bride for you who was on her honeymoon and responded for me.
I know, she's so
she's
cute.
I'm just enjoying my drinks on the beach, but it's Justin Alexander dress. So if you're looking for a dress like that, look up where they saw Justin Alexander. What do we want to talk about for that wedding? That wedding was at the Royalton.
That rain rained, but it wasn't horrible rain.
No,
it was
rain.
a
like
little bit rain.
That annoying rain in your face spit.
Yeah.
But our bride have to pull out the umbrellas too.
Our bride was a trooper, and so was our groom. They took... Oh, Janadino did it. They did gorgeous umbrella shots. Remember those umbrella shots that we got of the groomsmen? And they were all... Or maybe that was Sandra's. That was the wedding before then.
What are we talking about?
The gorgeous...
Was it Azure Blue?
No. It was the wedding before that.
We had
Sandra's wedding.
Because we had
three
weddings since we had... 3 weddings?
Well, I think we had a weekend in between.
When was that one? One with Janadino. Wasn't it in March?
Mm-hmm.
March 30th.
That one it rained.
That one it rained as well. But the pictures come out the best when it rains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or last week's even, where it was like darker, and so the pictures look so good.
Oh, I have some pictures.
Because they were darker photos.
Yeah.
Because it's... That's the thing too, like, the time that you're going to get married and everything, know your photographers, because some photographers work so well in certain lighting. You know what I mean? And like darker lighting.
About the weather. Come in closer. You can't see your Instagram. Okay, so a few things we want to talk about that wedding that came to mind. 2 things. 1, if you're gonna have a cake, and the florist is gonna provide the flowers, so 2 separate people working on the cake there. I know that most people know this, but just in case, always ask. Are the flowers that are gonna go in there? Because what happened was one of the flowers fell off and we need to add another flower too. Make sure that those flowers are either edible flowers or when they go into the cake, they're wrapped with foil cover, whatever. Actually, you can talk to us about that a little bit because she used to work at Petit Cité Vie Marie.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So you learned a little bit about that?
Yes.
So what do they do with the flowers when they put it in a cake?
If you're doing fresh flowers, you're going to want to wrap these stems with either your floral tape or foil, like Rosemary said, so that it never comes in contact with the filling or with the sponge.
Why? Because they spray pesticides and all kinds of crap on flowers. That's why. Got it?
Got it. But if you're doing the edible flowers, the sugar flowers, it's fine because the stems will already come wrapped and then your cake person will put them on for you either before it's delivered or on site when they deliver it.
Hey, we have an Anakiariko watching us. I said it right. Anakiariko. We're talking about the wedding. And the beautiful dress. What else are we talking about? Oh, so at that hall, which a few halls have, the bar is on the outside, but there's also one on the inside. And what we find a lot is we have this big, beautiful bar that's, attractive to people. You're going to get people staying outside throughout the night in the lobby at the bar. So that's fine. If people are dancing and the DJ is pumping and you have a bunch of people dancing and then you have people in the lobby at the bar, that's fine. At this particular wedding, the groom wanted everybody out of there. So just keep in mind that if you're going to have a bar in the lobby, make sure the other bar is also open that's in the room, which they did have that bar open, but it just was not functioning as well as the one that was in the lobby. So if you have a really good bartender, like main bartender in the lobby one during the cocktail hour receiving line, move that really good barber after inside. Barber.
I was going to say bartender.
Did I say barber twice? Bartender. Whoa, I'm thinking about the barber slap that I learned about today. I can talk about that later. Bartender. Make sure you have a really good bartender. And you know what? There's nothing wrong. Like, this is something that if you don't notice, we notice. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this bartender sucks compared to that one. We need to move these guys. Or if the bar in the lobby is way too busy and everybody's out there, and you want to get people inside, we usually do that during speeches. We get them to come back in during speeches, or especially the video that's playing. That's when you get most people to come in. We'll shut down the bar.
Because it's fun, like, later on at night to have that bar open, but when you have it during the day, you're losing so much. I was going to say audience, but I meant guests. You're going to lose so much of your guests because they're outside. They're, like, people come with the intentions of, like, oh, let's hang out at the bar. Let's take a shot. Let's do all this. And no one thinks half the time of the bar inside because they just automatically see the bar outside and they think that that's...
Because in that case, it was bigger and nicer.
Exactly.
Newer.
More room. Actually, sometimes there's more bartenders there than there is in the one
Well, that's inside. A pretty big one. You should have more bartenders there.
Of course.
But it just depends on how you want things to go. In my opinion, at that point, I wasn't ready to close the bar down because I felt that there was enough people on the dance floor dancing to not disrupt what the wedding looked like. And all the people that were in the lobby were having a good time. And I don't ever want to be the person that's there like, oh, you're having a good time, but I'm going to cut you off because the groom wants to see you inside.
I know.
We just, this is just part of what we do. You might have an idea. We give you our opinion. We say, let's do it later. We say, let's wait and see what happens. Or we say, we're going to do it at an important part where we need people to come inside. We have a good excuse for people to come inside, and then we'll close it down. But you did pay for the place, the way it looks, to have the bar outside, to have the bar inside. So to shut them down, I don't know.
But sometimes
you're losing out.
Yeah. But that's why you hire us, so then we end up being the bad guys, and they don't have to be the bad guys.
That's why people hire us, pretty much,
guy.
to tell people off for them in a nice way.
Yeah.
Frank is gonna learn. I know she seems quiet, but she's good.
You know what? She's good. She did.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about her experience. Okay, so the week after we went to Universal, and we had Franca with us. Okay, so I really have a good conversation. People want to see you. Come closer. Don't worry. Do I smell?
Literally, why I'm leaning on the chair is so that.
Okay, I'll go closer. No, let us hear it if I'm closer. Okay, so we didn't really get a chance to talk to her because we were in the thick of things. First of all, I already told her from the beginning. Just if Stephanie and I seem rude to you at any point throughout the day, that's just because we don't have time to be chitty chatty nice because we're just busy. So if we give you one word responses, we're just in the middle of something, we're busy.
But do you know how many people say at any point during the day, oh my god, you guys look like you're stressed out and everything. I'm like, I'm not stressed.
We're just so focused
on little tasks that our mind, even though we're here and present, our mind's on like 6 other different things that we still gotta remember to do.
Yeah, so we had to warn her because Stephanie's used to me now, but we had to warn her if I just say If I just say get the scissors, I need the scissors. It's not gonna be oh honey, can you just give me the scissors, please? It's not gonna be like that on the day.
Oh no, Franca lasted 2 minutes before I started not yelling, but going get the scissors.
No, she lasted. You mean you were?
No,
nice
I mean I lasted 2 minutes before I was okay, no more of the nice, please. Just get it for me. I'll say thank you at the end of it all.
So when I posted that, what were you thinking?
To be honest, I didn't think that you guys would call me because I'm oh, I'm so young. There's probably so many people out there, so many brides who are getting married this year and next year who really want that experience, a little behind the scenes action before their own. I'm I'm not gonna get called. And then Rosemary jumps into my DMs and she's like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And
that was the first weekend.
Excited, but I'm you know what? I can't make it this weekend, but I'm free the other 52 weeks out of this year. I'm ready for
51.
51 weeks out of this year. So then I went this past Saturday and I had an amazing time and it was very eye-opening. Whenever anybody asks oh, how was it? I just say eye-opening because there's so many things that you don't realize until you're in that moment. Even as a guest, you as the bride, as the mother of the bride, you're taking all these positions and it's things that you don't remember until you're in the moment. And it's did you get this? Did you forget to bring this? Who was in charge of this? So that's what these ladies are for.
And it's those conversations that after...
Can you come in the screen, please?
Sorry. It's those conversations after that when you're having with your friends later that you start as because you were living it.
Well,
that
let's
you start
tell
talking
people
to them.
first of all that she's not married.
Yeah.
I'm not married.
And we're just going to get her fiance to put a ring on it. And her boyfriend put a ring on
he's
it.
paying
That's part of our job.
Anthony, if you're watching this... No, I'm just kidding.
Put a ring on it. Oh, by the way, 2 minutes in the car, we're already singing. And she's probably these fucking weirdos. Yeah. So if you work with us, we're going to sing. We're going to act crazy. Sometimes we dance, and that's pretty much because we're working usually 17-hour day, and we eat whenever we can, and to stop us from going nuts, we do fun things because you have to have fun here.
Oh yeah, no.
Honestly, I just love what I do, and I know Stephanie loves doing it, otherwise she wouldn't be coming back.
No, yeah, no,
but
I do.
We enjoy every minute of the day. Well, I don't know about every minute, but I mean, we do get stressed out, but it's so rewarding in the end, and it's
But we've had days too where I remember we did a wedding where it was so confusing that at one point
someone's tagging your...
I know, this is my sister. Hello, Erica.
I think you put a space in there. Try again. I don't think you can tag in a live. Invite him to the show.
No, but I remember we did a wedding once where we were in the lineup for Burger King and we were getting phone calls, we were getting confused at what number to call.
Yelling at each other.
And we were yelling at each other so much. And then 2 seconds later we look at each other, we're like, you want a coffee? Yeah, I want a coffee. And then it was back to normal, fine, completely good. That's how it is.
Hello, what is it, Erica?
Yes.
Oh.
Erica.
Okay. Back to like, we just want to embarrass you. No. So you saw that we called you, then what? Were you like freaking out? Like, oh my God, I don't want to do this?
No, the first thing I did was call my boyfriend. I'm like, you're never gonna believe it. You're never gonna believe who sent me a message. And he did it. He's like, wait, Giuseppe the MC's wife? Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. So he's all excited. He's like, oh, you're gonna go there. You're gonna do nothing. You're just, gonna be your shadow.
No, did you think we were gonna use you?
I'm like, I'm there, and I was working. Like, these girls put me to work. I did not go there and twiddle my thumbs. Like, there was no room for that day, and I'm glad because I don't like to stand around. But I learned a lot.
And she was good.
You can't. Okay, hold on.
You can't.
You can't possibly stand around.
No, you don't.
Like, wouldn't you feel like a big idiot just standing there?
Yes, I'd be
you
like
can't.
painting on the wall.
There's no way you're gonna like not. You see somebody needing help with a zipper. Yeah. Naturally, you're gonna help them, and that's the type of people I want working with me. I want people that are just like, that's not part of my job. No,
it's not in the contract.
No, yeah. The thing is too is like we left you alone, and I don't mean like we left you alone not knowing what to do, but you do get left alone enough that when people have to come up to you to ask you a question, you need to know what you're doing. It's not like you were always tagging to us that you could look at us and be like, I don't know, ask this one. You were in some situations you were alone. You had to almost think on your feet to answer a question properly,
and you did a good job with that.
Yeah,
like,
you did.
Props for that.
Did she take a course?
Okay, so let's go back a second here. Why did you want to do it? Did we already ask you this?
No, you asked me, but I one day will get married, and I always said from the beginning that I wanted a planner coordinator because for that day I want to be able to be in the moment, be present, and enjoy my day. If I have to be worrying about giving payments, the florist didn't come on time, somebody has to pay the caterer, I didn't want to worry about any of that. So it was nice to see the way you work, the way you get organized, and how you communicate with the other vendors. I never realized that until Saturday, how you actually have to sit down and you go through the whole schedule to make sure everyone is on the same page. Because
more than once.
More than once is super important.
Because people add things, all of a sudden, like a bride, you might be thinking on the day of, you know what,
that did happen. We had a speech.
Like my flower, no, but not even that. There's that. There's also the idea of, you know what, my flower going boy did a bunch today. So
I'm taking my coffee.
Let's add them into the lineup. And now all of a sudden we gotta add the flower growing ring boy into the lineup. Might give you an extra minute or two doing something, right? So
yeah. So
you gotta change.
I don't want to be like, but be honest. Like before you did this, were you like, let me see if I need a coordinator, or did you already think I need one?
I knew I needed a coordinator for the day of. I didn't know how far before I needed one. So the year of, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, a week, that kind of stuff, I wasn't sure. So it was interesting to see how much you do in one day. Because I could not fathom the thought that anybody could do that in one day in so many hours.
Well, it's actually like almost 3 days of work.
Yeah, that's a 17-hour shift if you do it properly in some days, 13 hours.
So there's that, and then there's a rehearsal night, which is usually like a 2-hour ordeal. Like I know it's like maybe half an hour of the rehearsal, but we spend the night, sometimes we like spend the night going to the dinner with the brides, and I mean, I know we're a guest, but that's also us getting to know the bridal party, and that's kind of like part of what we do.
Yeah.
We want to know the people before the day of, so that we don't show up at the house and they're like, who is this girl telling us what to do?
It's true.
And then we have a meeting with the brides and grooms beforehand. This is for day of. We have a meeting with them a week before. Okay, we have the consultation when they hire us, and then we have a meeting with them the week before. And that meeting is like 2, sometimes 3 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
So technically it's not really just the day of, and through that whole week we are emailing each other back and forth. I'm sending emails to the photographer, and I'm sending all the itineraries to whatever. We're going back and forth, like changing the itinerary, changing the list, changing the decor stuff. Oh, just an update, this person's not coming. So it's like, yes, you hire us for the day of, but it's really a week of. And I do have a week of package, but the week of package really, all that's really added to that is me actually physically being in more places. Like if you need me to come to the hall with you to go look at things, if you need me to come to an appointment with you last minute, I come with you. But you have me for a week. And technically, I tell all my clients, like, if you're going to hire me a year before and you need to email me, just because you hired me for the day of doesn't mean you can't contact me and ask me a question.
Yeah.
I've had brides contact me and ask me, like, my opinion on Bombonieri when they only hire me for the day of. I could turn around and be like, you didn't hire me for that.
No,
like
we're
that.
open because,
yeah.
I'm not going to not answer you a week from before, and then all of a sudden the meeting, sit down with you and be like, oh, well, why'd you do this and why'd you do that when you could have just asked me ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, the month of, or I have people hire me 2 months. I've had some people this year, like one girl's getting in September. She decided to hire me last month. Like, what's that? April, May, June, July, August, September. I don't have a 5-month package, but I have a let me help you figure out the rest of what's going on and the decor, final details. I'll make packages for people who just decide, like, you know what, I thought I could do this on my own, and I can't, or I can, I just would rather have you with me. And sometimes, honestly, it's just to have someone. I don't know if you've seen moments throughout the day that day. I don't even remember, to be honest, of me stopping and talking to the bride. I mean, like, everything's fine. You're okay. Put the smile on your face. Or don't worry about it. I don't look worried. Why are you worried? Like, stuff like that. Just to have like a counselor. It's like hiring a counselor.
I had a bride a few weddings ago that we had to pretty much, I kind of almost kicked everybody out of the room. I think I did that also with Melissa's wedding, where you kind of kick everybody out of the room in a way. Mm-hmm. And I closed the door and I'm like, breathe for a second. I'm like, you know you're getting married today. Like, take that in. Because all morning it's just so much like things that you're absorbing. And then all of a sudden, one bride did it to us once where it was 11 o'clock and she was like, oh my god, like I just went through a whole day today. She goes, I didn't even get drunk yet. She goes, I'm dedicating the last hour to getting drunk. Like, you don't even realize, like, the day.
You don't want them drunk in the beginning.
No,
anyway.
yeah, no.
Someone's asking how far in advance you need to book a wedding. Well, that is a difficult question to answer, only because there is no answer for that. The answer for that is usually people will do it at least a year before. It just depends what you want. If you're very picky with the venue you want, or I really want this wedding coordinator, I really want this photographer, the earlier the better, because they might already be booked. I'll do 2-3 weddings in one day, but the first person who hires us is getting me. The other two, whatever, are getting other team members. They still deal with me throughout the whole process, but on the day of it won't be me. So if you're really picky of who you want, like even photographers, I want the main guy, I want the owner, you should go ahead of time. Also, the closer you go, let's say like if you're gonna get married in 2020 and you want to book a wedding, the prices change when 2020 comes. So you're better off buying something the year before, because people usually raise their prices after, right?
She actually wants to correct herself. She's asking how far in advance does she need to hire a wedding planner, or maybe a wedding coordinator?
Okay, hold on. Is that a different question?
Yes.
How far in advance do you need to hire a wedding coordinator? If you want the day of, like I said, if I'm free the week before, you can still hire me. And I've had people hire me 2 years in advance. And it's just to hold the date for you so that no one else takes me. Mm-hmm. A wedding planner, same thing. As soon as honestly, I would hire a wedding planner right after you get engaged. Pick a date. And sometimes picking a date means you have to figure out your church and your venue beforehand. So maybe you can even hire a planner before you pick your date if you really need some guidance on that. Yep. But I've had typically people will go get their venue and their ceremony space and then they'll come hire me.
Yeah.
And not really like a set when you have to do that.
Yeah. A lot of people do it once they like sit down and absorb all the information and they're like, okay, now I need someone to help me with all this information. Like, what do I do with this?
Yeah. Can you go back? There was a question.
It was, I can't find it online because it got out of it. I think it was, do you recommend, for a small wedding.
Do you recommend having event planners for a small wedding too? Okay, so the amount of people at a wedding does not matter to me. I still do the same amount of work. So it doesn't matter if it's a small wedding or a big wedding. It matters how long your day is and how many things have to happen throughout the day. Whether you have 20 people at your wedding or you have 500, you're still going to wake up at some time. You're still going to have the same bridal party. You're still going to have to go do your hair. You're still going to have to make sure you're on time, leave at a certain time for your church. Your husband, your fiance is still going to have to have help with his, tie and all that stuff at his house. It doesn't matter how many people show up. Even at the hall, yes, it might take longer to put down 500 menus as opposed to 100, but that's just like a little more time. It's not like, I don't know if I'm answering the question properly.
No, you are.
Yeah. So.
It doesn't matter. Small wedding or big wedding. I mean, a small wedding can have, not saying disasters, but a small wedding can just have as much confusion as a big wedding. Remember Niagara? Yes. That was a small wedding.
Yes.
And that was something that we helped the whole day with. And
like we do move crowds. So like really, I don't know. It doesn't really matter how many people, to answer your question. It doesn't matter how many people are at your wedding because it's just the process of stuff. It doesn't matter how many people are in it. I don't know am I answering your question? Yeah. So do you need it for a small wedding? You don't need it for any wedding. I always say that to people, but it is the extra help and it is the relief off of you. You have someone all day on you. In our case, I usually have 2 girls. One of us is always on the bride, and one of us is always on everything else that's going on. Or one's on the whole bridal party, and one's on making sure the staff's doing what they have to do.
Yep.
So again, whether they're serving 25 people or 500, you still have staff that you have to say, okay, go ahead, serve, go ahead, clean, make sure the bathroom's clean, make sure the bar is going. Like, so it's our job's the same, depending on, it doesn't matter how many people are
ultimately, like, no matter what, as long as you want one, like, if you feel more comfortable that you want one, it doesn't matter. You can give us, like, 25 people in a backyard. Like, I'll still organize it, no problem.
Yeah.
Or you can give me,
and it just relieves a lot of pressure off of you, and usually the parents and the maid of honor who you would expect to help more, they don't have to do all that work. And the thing is too, it's not even like they can do all that work, because they're just like, a lot of people are like, oh, I have a maid of honor, she'll do this, I don't need but when the maid of honor is with you taking pictures, she's not at the hall making sure that everything's set up. That's what we do. So it's kind of hard to say a family member will do that stuff.
And it's bad to say, but you might hire someone for the hall, but they might not know how things work. They might get there and they expect, like, oh yeah, the cake is supposed to show up at 3, when we have kind of a timeline where we're like, oh yeah, we know our things. We've done it. Rose done it. Like, when certain things are supposed to show up. We know how to work with certain vendors. We know what to expect. We know where to get mad, where we need to get mad. We know all those things.
In a nice way.
Don't. No. That's what I mean. But, like, yeah, like, sometimes people don't know. You know what I mean? And
the other thing too is I've had some clients that are like, oh, I'm trying to call my florist, they're not answering, they're not responding to my emails, and I'm just like, I have their cell phone number.
Yep.
So like, and when they see my number, they'll answer when they won't answer you. So that's something that helps a little bit too when you have a wedding planner. How much does it usually cost to have a wedding coordinator? How much does it usually cost? I don't know. I will tell you my pricing because it's just there on the website anyway. For the day of, I charge $1,800. That's usually like 15 to 17 hour day, and that's 2 of us. It's not 1, so just make sure when you're comparing prices, like, are you getting 1 coordinator or 2? And that includes the rehearsal and our 2-3 hour meeting. But like, there is like a half day. You can do half day where you only want us for the evening. That's like $1,100. You can do week of like about $2,000. Again, different coordinators charge different, but that's about the range. And for full wedding planning, you can pay anywhere from like $5,000 to $10,000 at least to plan a whole wedding. And it doesn't matter if it's a 2-year long process or a 1-year process. Actually, a lot of weddings now that I notice in the States, the in thing is to like have a fast wedding. Like, people will get engaged and like in 3 months they'll have a wedding. So the planning is just like bang, bang, fast. Perfect. Thanks so much. I have heard so many
good things about you, and I'll definitely be contacting you. Oh, can't wait.
we love it. Anyway, let's torture her some more. What time is it?
Oh, 9:30.
Okay. So you were saying why you wanted to do it, and then I think we cut you off.
Yes.
Go on.
Yeah, I always knew I wanted to hire a coordinator, and then when I found you through social media, I'm like, okay, her style, her workflow, her organization. I watch Wedding Wednesdays all the time, so I learned a lot of things, and I just knew that I wanted you to be there on my day. So what better way to have like the little preview to that than to do the coordinator experience for the day? And I was very happy that I got chosen. I told all my friends at work because they're all getting married, so it was nice to have a real opinion from them when I came back.
It's
like,
true.
do I really need one, and what did she do, and what difference would it make if she was there versus if I just had some of my friends doing it on that day?
Can you picture a wedding without one now?
No, I don't know how everybody did. All my cousins, no idea how they did it without one. My brother, no idea.
They did, but they were just probably a little more stressed.
No,
and,
yeah,
and the little things that we catch, they probably just didn't catch.
For sure.
And to the point where, like, Franca looked at me at one point during the day and she was like, oh my god, we gotta do this. Like, she was telling me what to do at some points because even she was worried about, like, certain things that it's like, you don't even pick up when you're a guest, but then when you're there organizing it, you're like, oh, we gotta do this part. Oh, we gotta remember to do this part. Oh, I gotta remember to grab this thing. Oh my god, the bride, like, let's make sure that the bride grabs that thing. It's like little things that you never realize until you get involved. We need a GoPro. That's ultimately what I'm trying to say. We need a GoPro Someone wanted
We
to
have
hire...
plans in the works, just so you know. I'm not sure, be honest, what's going to happen to Wedding Wednesday. We do have a lot of rehearsals coming up, so we won't have Wedding Wednesday every week. But let's just say there's other plans in the works. Yeah. But I'll always be here. You know what I haven't done in a while, and I realized I'm so sorry, people? My Tuesday tips of the day.
I love your Tuesday tips
I'm so
of the
like
day.
I've been so busy that someone messaged me the other day because they just started following me. Like, oh, I love your Tuesday tips of the day. I'm like, oh, I haven't done that in so long.
Honestly, she's so busy in a day, guys.
Hi,
She doesn't
Tita.
even realize, like, it's so funny. Not enough that, but you know what? One thing I gotta say, and I'm not saying
ask her now because she's like with me more during the day now, and she's like, and then I'll show her my list. There's like 45 things, and we're working all day long, 2 computers to done. Like it feels like we got 5 things done.
Right?
Yeah.
No, but what I gotta say about Ro, and this is great too, and it's lovely, is no matter how big, I'm not saying this because she's my boss, like I'm honestly saying this, but no matter how many things she,
boss, though.
right? But like no matter how many things she has in a day, if I stop her in the middle of the day to be like, you know, like, what is your opinion on like such and such haul? She'll like in the middle of everything else she's doing, she's like, yeah, this is good, and this one has this. Like she's never like closed off with all her brides and everything. A bride can message her at any point and be like,
I forget sometimes. Like sometimes I look at the message and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna answer that, and then once you open a message and you forget to go back, it's like, oh,
but then she'll contact you like a
but
day or
harass
two
me,
later.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm human and I forget. It's just harass me.
Yeah.
I had someone ask me about where the dress was from last 2 weeks ago, and then I totally forgot to find out, and then she asked me again. I was like, oh yeah, I can find out. Yeah. Thanks, Lizzie.
Ro, you're getting like compliments
Oh
thrown at you today.
Blushing. That's why I'm molecular today.
I was gonna say, she's gonna get the molecular today.
Today I'm like,
People are just
I think I'm
complimenting
molecular.
your left and right.
Okay, so go on. I think we're gonna keep cutting you off. It's okay.
I think my favorite part of the whole day wasn't an actual a specific point. It was the fact that they treated it as if it was their own friend's wedding or their own family's wedding. They made it.
You're right. I'm glad you like felt that.
They made
That's
it.
what we feel.
Not that there's I'm getting paid to do this. This is what was in my contract that you signed, so this is what I have to do. It became more like you wanted it to be perfect because the bride was almost like your sister, and you wouldn't have nothing but the best for her.
That's so cute.
Two weddings ago, so like not last week,
Can you come
but
in?
okay, hold on.
I know it's
So,
hard. Instagram's
A
open.
week ago, no, what was the first wedding that we did?
The one with Alessandra?
Yeah, no, not Alessandra. The one
Jessica.
after Jessica. So Jessica's wedding, the maid of honor got me confused for someone else, and she slapped my butt in the middle of the morning because I was
Someone
with
requested
them.
to be in our video. Should we say yeah? Is that our bride?
Oh my God.
Crip 87. Is that our bride? Christina? That's Christina! Do you want to be in our video? Okay. Let's try this. I've never done it before. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So she like commented and
Did
said
she do that on
something.
purpose? She's stuck now.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Sorry guys, but we're gonna try this. Go on.
Oh my
Steph.
God, wait, is it crispy?
Yeah.
I love
Decline! She did it by accident.
that. No worries.
That's funny. Okay.
No, yeah. So she, one of the maid of honor, like the maid of honor, slapped my butt, and then after she was like, "Yeah, but you're one of us. Like you're a sister." And it is true. Like at the end of the day, sometimes people follow me after, and they're like, "Oh my God, like you're amazing," and they'll like comment on my pictures or like wish me happy birthday. I feel like I'm siblings. Like I have so many people that when I go through my Instagram, someone's like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "It's such and such person from such and such wedding," and now they're my best friend. I love it.
I'll do it next week when my hair is clean. Next week, so you're not showering for all week. See what I mean? A bride. Like I love all my brides. I miss
God.
people. I do.
Or like I'll comment.
Alright
on
guys,
their
what do you guys
page.
think about I've been thinking about this for a while. I don't know if they would come, but what do you think about me having a party with all my brides and grooms that I've done their
Oh my
weddings?
God, let's do it!
Chris, what do you think?
When your
What,
anniversary.
now? Is it? Oh my god. What's today?
The 8th.
I don't know.
When your
I don't
anniversary.
remember.
Of what? Hers?
Is it?
Hold
May 8th? No, Steph's gonna go check her thing. What? Is it your
Gonna
1 year
stop.
anniversary? Kathy says yes. That would be amazing.
Oh my God, I would totally do that. Hey,
That would be
contact me if you want
amazing.
to do that.
Oh, next week, 19, yes,
Oh,
19.
yay.
When the thing got married, when the princess got married. Where's your baby, lady? You don't work as fast as the princess? Oh, God. Yes.
my
How
God.
can we forget? Remember her mom with the nice hat?
Oh my God, May 19,
Yeah.
I loved it. We wore fascinators to that
We
wedding.
did. We were fascinators here. Right? See
We
how
went
much
to
we
church with like black
I love
fascinators.
it. Love it.
That's right.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. You had a big bridal party. I loved it. I love
Mm-hmm.
big bridal parties.
And didn't you have Silvana?
Yes.
Yeah,
she
so
did.
Vanna Marshall, we were working with
And
her
we
last
were
week.
at Universal.
And we were at Universal.
And she had the love sign. Loved your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
It was adorable.
Send me some more pictures. Oh, send me a picture. I'm going to post it for your anniversary next week.
You got it. Huge. Oh my god, huge bridal party. Your bridal party was great. They were lovely. I loved them all.
You know what? Like, everybody said,
Yes,
and I know I tell people this all the time, because people say to me, how do you work with brides all the time? Like, don't they drive you crazy?
Oh my god, brides I love.
No. Like, I don't know if...
Honestly,
know.
I figured it out.
I understand, maybe because I understand on the day of their stress, so I don't take anything personally, and, like, I try to calm them down. Or like, I don't know.
Brides are on a high on the day of. I think, you know what
They
it
don't
is?
really,
Is
like,
I
stress
think
me.
why people think that people are bridezillas is because they see them during the planning process. And during the planning process of your wedding,
I'm
you're
sorry
more
for what I
stressed.
said when I was planning my
Right?
wedding.
Like, it's more that. And then why on the day of, like, you go to them with, like, a little issue and they're like, we don't need it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
not
No,
do
let's
it.
not do that. We don't want to do that.
Right? Like,
I'm
it's,
doing the bouquet toss. Night of. Nah, forget it. I won't do it.
yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah.
happens. So
But
think
I don't
that's
know. I
why.
think I just have a kind of relationship with my brides. Like, literally today, I was in a meeting with a bride, and she was saying something about herself. Like, oh, I don't like my pictures. I look bad in my picture, my engagement picture. I'm doing redo. And I literally looked at her and I was like, I'm going to slap you. And that's the relationship I have with my brides.
Yeah.
I'm literally telling them I'm going to slap you. So,
And you have to-
if they still stick around, I must be doing something right.
And we have a different, like, we get off the vibes of you all day, right? Like, sometimes you don't need to tell us. Like, you don't need to actually physically
No,
tell
we
us,
can
get
see it
my
in your
mother out of
face.
the room. You just look at me like, and I'm like, okay, everybody out, let's
Not
go,
even.
let's move.
Yeah. That's
Right?
that's one thing that I'm very, like, I don't care what is going on. I know we have to get to church, but if I see a bride in the morning getting in her room with all these photographers, and like, I'm like, my bride does not look happy. Everybody get out. I need her to breathe. I need to ask her if she needs water. I need to ask her if she wants a shot of cognac. Like, I need to ask her if she needs to eat, because not just for her well-being, but also I know she's going to turn around, because it's happened at my wedding, okay? If you look at all my pictures from the morning, misery. Me, my parents, misery, because you know why? The photographer was late. And we had like half an hour for pictures at my house.
And
It
there's
was
no one
snowing
there.
and we all look like miserable. So like, you don't want to look back and have miserable looking pictures. That's part of my job, to be like, listen, lady, this is what this is what you're gonna look like in your pictures. I'll take a picture with my phone. Look at your face, and they'll be like, okay, so what is gonna make you happy right now? Because we're gonna do it right now.
Yeah.
Not
And there's no one there to calm you. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not gonna, it's exactly the same argument of, you're not gonna listen to what your mother's gonna say in the day, you're not gonna listen to what your maid of honor is, because they're all
Oh,
there
no.
to make you happy. We will legit look at your face and be like, you're not happy. I'm not happy. If you're not happy, we're not doing this right now. Like, take a break.
No.
You're
Yeah.
fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Like, we'll be the bad guy if we're gonna be the bad guy. We'll be your tough friend. Like, we're not gonna look at you during the day and be like, oh my god, you're still so beautiful. We'll be like, fix that piece of hair right there. Like,
Yeah.
You need to fix
Yeah,
it.
I'm like checking your teeth before you go on that.
Yeah.
Everybody laughs, but I legit, like, everybody usually, either before they walk in the church or before they walk in the hall, I'm like, teeth, and they're like, what? I'm like, check your teeth. Because I know that if I was getting married and I'm walking into the hall and I'm like, I see the big green thing on my teeth, I would kill myself when I go back and watch the video, or it's just gonna get edited out, and then be like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me? Anyway.
It's like when you look
Let's
back at
go
your
on.
grad
So, is this something that you think you would do as for a living? Like, is this something you ever thought of doing for a living?
Yes, I always enjoyed the planning part when it comes to parties or weddings. Then I walked in your shoes. I wouldn't even say for the full day.
No, I know you
Or
left.
I did.
She left at dinner time.
Yes, because I was like, you know what? This is approaching hour 14 now. No, I'm done with this. I know, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know, I'm just kidding. But,
Well, it's hour 12 actually, because we started almost around 7.
Yeah,
so yeah,
hour
you were
12.
almost
We
12.
started early that day, yeah.
Yeah.
I would never do it as a career. It takes some kind of person to do what you guys do. The patience, the dedication, the organization, I could never do. To plan my own parties, yes, but something as big as a wedding, something with a big crowd, so important, so much value in the day, I would never do it on my own. No chance.
Oh my god.
On
such
your own.
compliments, though.
Yes, so
Or
I'm
you would never
definitely.
do it, or you would never do it on your own.
I would never do it in general, let alone fathom the thought of doing it.
Because I might need you like on May 25th.
She'll come back. No, you said you would come back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we didn't,
Absolutely.
like, I didn't make you take the lead on stuff. It
No,
was
no,
more
no.
like, me, Steph's there, and if we need like a third person, you know, just there to be the backup for, oh my God, I have to grab 20 bags. Can I grab 10 and you grab 10?
Yeah.
Makes life easier for me. Or,
and
you know, I'm on this side of the house. Can you grab the scissors because you're closer? Like, it just makes a little bit easier.
I think it helps too, you know, because a lot of the times people, when they get planners or organizers or something, they'll look at the day and they'll be like, oh, you know, like, she was good, but I really didn't see what she does in a day. Like, sometimes people don't see what Ro does because I'm with the bridal party all day and she's there with vendors and blah, 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 blah. And you don't see, like, her side of things, and she's dealing with one side, I'm dealing with the other.
Hold on, is that Anthony Carabetta? Like, you're
That's
Anthony?
him!
Let's sing it, Steph. If you like it, then you gotta put every egg on it. Oh, we're into embarrassing people, just so you know. Sorry, cut you off.
No, but, like, some people don't see what you do in a day. Some people don't see what I do in a day. But at any point, like, if you know, during receiving line, at any point, if someone looks into their room, they either see me or Ro there. Mm-hmm. So it's always just one of us there for you, and then one of us there doing the behind the scenes working for you. So you never feel like, oh, I had a coordinator, but she wasn't there the whole time because she was running around. But you know what? Was she really running around? Like, do you even see her? But at least with us, it's like, you see one of us working for you.
We've heard some horror stories. That's why we can say certain things.
Yeah.
But did anybody come up and, like, be honest?
Your sister's hilarious, Franca. She's like,
yeah, I see her.
Who's here? Anyways,
did anybody come up to you at all throughout the day and say, well, maybe you didn't get that because you weren't there at night? Because we get it a lot at night. But did anybody come up to you and say, like, something like along the lines of, you guys don't stop, or you're working hard, and anything like that?
No.
Anybody guess?
Probably
because it happens mostly at the hall.
We got one
when they
church.
see us again at night, they'll be like, oh, you guys are here too? Or they'll say, you guys don't stop. Or they'll say, I need your number. Hi!
Oh, what's her name?
Maria. I'm saying hi, Maria. Sorry.
No. What's her name? Oh my God, why do I keep forgetting her name? Not Veronica, because I'm literally stuck on Jessica right now. Jessica's wedding. One of her godmother, I think it was, looked at us and was like, oh my God, I love you guys. Give me your business card right now. Which we never really have business cards, like, automatically on us.
Bad.
So just follow us on Instagram. That's automatically going to say.
I can hand you a Kleenex pack with my information on it. That's for sure. Yeah.
Rosemary will help you go to the bathroom. We will.
Who's that? Monica! Of course. Oh my God, I just did it. I did it with, what's her name? You guys weren't there. I was in her house helping go to the bathroom for church. Because now I'm like, because after that one wedding with the bride, I had to go to the bathroom in church. I was like, right before we walked in, before we leave the house, anybody gotta go pee? Anybody gotta go pee? Yeah. So I helped her to the bathroom in her house, and it was so funny because she had, hope she doesn't kill me for this, but she had this, I guess you can call them Spanx, underneath her dress, but the Spanx had like two pointy bra cup things.
Oh, like
Did
attached.
You guys see that?
Like it's like,
It's just two pieces that are attached. Okay. So in order for her to go to the bathroom, she either would have to use the hole in the Spanx, which I don't know who uses that, but I remember. Or she'd take the Spanx off, and take the Spanx off, she'd take the booby parts off. So we're in her house, like, I'm literally sticking my hand, I'm touching her boob, sticking my hand up, pulling down the cups, and helping her with the Spanx. She's holding up her dress, and she's peeing, and I'm holding it, and I love this moment. I always wish as a camera not to be, like, creepy, but it's just such a cute moment because the bride's like, are you peeing with me? And I'm just like, I'm not looking, I've seen everything, don't worry, I don't care about looking at you. It's so funny. And then to put that thing back on, because she had her dress still on, I had to like put my hand, stick it up, like, no shame, I don't even care, day of, like, I'm just like, listen, I've changed diapers, if I have shit on my hands, don't worry. It was so funny.
We had the maid of honor who was putting tape on the side of her boobs, and she was like, girl, she goes, I gotta pull them up, and she's there like pulling them up in front of me and Franca, like her boobs up, and I'm like, okay,
somebody's holding the double-sided tape, the other one's holding the strap.
And she's like, I don't care.
We're here for you.
There's a lot of we just want things to get done, so we're like, let's do it. I don't care. Don't be embarrassed.
I'll do it. No problem. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah. What did you say? My daughter's yelling at the phone. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. Should I explain that? Like laughing, yelling, or I don't know.
I hope that's good. Like, I hope it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I literally look like I'm so far away. Sorry.
Yeah. So what? I don't even know what time we're at. Anybody know?
9:45. Oh, we talking.
Yeah. We can talk all night. What else do you want to say?
What else do I want to say?
I'm not telling you to advertise. Like, what else?
About the dream team again.
What else do you? I don't know, what other comments you have? I'm truly curious because we didn't actually really get to talk. So was it like, why are you saying you wouldn't want to do it?
Because I enjoy weddings too much. I always like to be the guest. I like to be present and in the moment. Where what you guys do is the complete opposite. You're behind the scenes. You are not stressed, but you have so much on your mind, so much to prioritize, where it's not just about, okay, taking in the moment of the first dance, or, oh, you know, you're
True.
really listening to this speech. It's, okay, so after this speech, this has to happen, this person has to make sure that they're on time to do this. Not what I would consider the most enjoyable thing to do at a wedding.
You know
not
what?
my...
Yeah, but you're not there for
see,
that. Like, if
no,
it was
yeah,
your
like-
friend, I'd understand.
Like I
But
had
we
the
listened
same-
to the speeches.
No, yeah, like
We
I had
did.
the same feelings as Frank like at the beginning. I kind of looked at my job and I was like, but am I gonna like this, or do I like this because it's just the fun of a wedding? Like you genuinely, like, a friend of mine helped us once to do like a little part of a wedding, and it's so true. She was like, Steph, I don't know how you do your day, and because you have to love it. Like, I did event planning and I loved event planning, but at the same time, like,
We did event planning at Humber in school.
yeah, at Humber in school. But like at the same time, like, I love weddings, but I love elements of weddings. Like, to me, weddings are fun. To me, like, at the beginning it was, oh, I get to go home and tell my boyfriend about things and go to him and be like, oh, you know, like, I want to add this element to my wedding and this element to my wedding. And now it's genuinely like, my friend's getting married, love it. And for her wedding, I'm like so excited to help her plan, because I'm like, oh, like, okay, so like, what vendors are we doing, and what's this? I'm like, okay, you gotta organize these things. Like, I love it. Bring up a conversation of weddings, I'll talk for hours about it. Like, you genuinely do have to really like it and like what you do in order to do it properly.
Yeah.
But like, you have, like, yeah, it is fun. It probably, to be a career is one thing, and to be a job is
That's
another.
me. I love you, Steph.
Oh yeah, that is. Hey Vanessa.
Is
What?
that your friend?
Yeah, she's the
Oh.
one that's getting married.
Oh, hi.
I didn't know you were still tuned in.
What feedback do you guys have for maybe not people who are getting married this year per se, or people who are getting married at all, but just in general for people who want to have this day experience like I did? What would
Oh.
you guys say?
To someone who wants to do it.
To do what I did for the day.
What would I say? Well, you like Frank is gonna be hard to like top because she was on it. No, honestly, we had this discussion. Like, you weren't lost.
No,
like we
it is-
expected you to stand there and just be like, okay, we'll try to tell her what to do. Like, and if she can't, whatever. But like, you were on it. Like, I asked you to bring me something, and you like brought it to me like packaged.
Well,
like,
like I said before, like, you were thinking of things before we even had to worry about you thinking of things, because it's really bad to say, but you know, our mind on the day of is a million different places. Like, we're not focused on one specific task. So to explain to you all day, like, this is how this is gonna work, we might have little moments where we'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, like, we'll do this. But I'm not gonna have time to sit there and be like, okay, so now come with me and we're gonna go through this step and this step, because you're just too running around. Like, I'm in the middle of a conversation with you, and then I'm like, but Franco, go get me a lighter. Okay, but go grab me this over there. Like, there's no time. So people that come in with us, like, you need to constantly be thinking. You need to be open to ideas. You need to be open to the idea of like, oh, okay, we're gonna make you run this way. Or
Yeah.
we're gonna, yeah. You
First
have
of all,
to.
like, don't get offended.
Yeah.
Again, start from
Oh,
the
yeah,
beginning,
that.
because like, we're just gonna be like, there's no time for us to worry about your feelings.
Yeah,
like,
no.
and we're not trying to be rude. It just we come across that way because we're like not trying to like sugarcoat stuff for you.
No,
But
because-
I also like we didn't really tell her much. Like, hey, if this is how the day's going, this is what she came in totally lost.
yeah, but
Like,
she
we didn't even give you
it.
a schedule, nothing. What was going on, right?
No.
So she just kind of followed, and then she caught on. Like, okay, you know.
And you, again, like I said before, like, she got a really good bridal party, so it was great. But sometimes you get things where, you know, now you have to bite your tongue, but you kind of have to know how to be professional and know not when to show the stress and know when to deal with certain situations and deal with things properly. You kind of have to all be open to those things. Like, you can't get offended in front of people. You don't like something, you can't tell the bride that you don't like it. Like, you have to deal with it in the moment. You can't be the way...
I think that's going to be my Tuesday tip of the day, even though it's not Tuesday. I'm going to record this. But one thing I have to say to family members and bridal party members and whoever loves the bride, if you have a complaint, like my dress sucks, or it's so hot, or it's raining, oh my god, like, just, or who brings a bride outside to take pictures because it's wet, like, don't say it in front of the bride.
No.
just do us a favor. All you're doing is adding more to her thoughts and her stress and whatever. I know you're like trying to be a friend and like, oh look, that sucks. But you know what? And even with me all day long, if there's an issue that I really don't need to ask the bride about, something happened, something I find not fair, something they paid for that they shouldn't have paid for, blah, blah, blah. I write it down and I say, the next day, I'll send it to them and say, these are the issues that you had. These are the people I would go back to and say, you sucked at what you did, and, you know, let's talk about what I paid you, whatever. Because part of my job is to make sure the bride's happy all day, and groom, obviously. The other part of my job is to make sure everybody's doing their job. Now, everybody who works with me, vendor-wise, if you've worked with me and you're watching, you can even tell people, like, I try to come in as a team. I don't come in as, like, oh, I'm the boss, and, like, I don't know if you felt that at all, but I don't come in, like, I'm the boss, and this is what we're doing, this is how you have to do it. I come in like, guys, let's put our papers together, let's make sure we're on the same team, whatever. But as much as I love these vendors, some of them are my friends, whatever, it's my job still to say, guys, you're late. Guys, hurry up. Guys, that's not right what you did. Guys, you forgot this. Guys, like, you know.
And yeah.
Don't take offense to it, because I'm just doing my job. That's
you really, and I think that kind of works with us, and it worked with you too, because you came in like, you have to have still a cheery disposition, because when someone's coming to you with all that stress, you have to be able to be the one to look at it and be like, what are you talking about? This is not a worry. Like, we're gonna move. We're gonna keep going. Like,
what?
You're gonna get a
smile.
Oh,
it's fine.
Right? Like, we're not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, I know this is horrible. I hate it.
There was only one wedding
oh my God.
where I was like, I need to breathe.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I went, and the groom was by himself, and I happened to go hide there where the groom was, and I looked at the groom and I was like for a moment I wanted him to be my comfort. I was like, I don't know, okay. And then it was like, okay, let's go, we're good. Because it was like, it started raining, and it was an outdoor thing, we had to wipe all the chairs down, the bride was in the car, and like, the bus dropped the guests off too far, and all these guests had to walk, and like, the florist wasn't finished, and we had to move things inside, but the florist wasn't finished, and we didn't end up moving things inside. It was like,
and we probably met like Franca probably a week before we even did the wedding, but we even have a comfort level with each other that, like, you know, if we are stressed in a moment, I can look around and be like, okay, I need a little bit of a break. Like, you take over, because I'm just overwhelmed by this. And Franca was
Melissa, I love you! She's watching, I'm sorry.
All good.
But it couldn't have happened to like a better couple, because if that was another groom, probably would have not have felt comfortable to go do that. But I just was like,
they were the sweetest. Oh, I love so many.
I'm like, I need to breathe, and he's looking at me like, I think you're gonna be okay.
It's that moment where you need it. But yeah, like, we can all look at each other, like, even you, like, I could look at you and be like, okay, I'm overwhelmed. Please go take care of, like, the bridal.
She's like, you saved my fucking life. Girl, you didn't even see half the shit we're going through. Oh my God. But
Melissa, we loved it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
The best, oh my God, her photographer is amazing. Like, send me more photos. I'm going to post them.
Oh.
But guys, should I go? Okay, we got to do this contest. I didn't forget that we're doing a contest name, a giveaway. But I think I want to do that party.
I would
be
so excited to do that party. We're going to all send out invites. Cute rose.
Do I have to make the invites?
No. We're going to do invites. I'm down. Let's find a place.
I think it'd be so great.
Yeah, let's play catch up. Talk about we'll be the people you talk
Thanks,
about your wedding
She's
with.
so funny. It's
weeks
9:53.
Because you know that moment?
Yeah, you can come.
You know that moment where you finish your wedding and now you're like, no one wants to talk about my wedding anymore.
Yeah, isn't it depressing? Who's watching right now that's a bride that's already been married? Isn't it depressing a little bit after you're done? Like, you spent 2 years of your life, at least sometimes, thinking about this one day and it's over, and you're like, nobody cares about me anymore. Oh, I have to have a baby.
Right? Yeah, no, it's
because that's all people ask you after.
It's so true.
When you have a baby? When you have a baby? When you have a baby? When you...
But you want to reminisce about your wedding? Come hang out with us. We'll reminisce about your wedding for hours. It's fine.
Just send me pictures. Remember this time? Or send stuff.
Anytime.
Those are my favorite throwback posts. Throwback to my wedding, throwback to the morning of getting ready.
Because it's so
my
true.
favorite.
Monica, she wants to come. We're going to do it. Let's do the party.
Oh my God, I'm down.
You guys got to come. We'll like do for charity or something.
Yes, that'd be really cool.
You know there's a charity now they just started a, what's it called now? Shoot.
Imagine all the brides are going to
where you give them your dress, you sell your dress back.
Oh yeah.
And then she redoes it. Oh my God, what's it called? She's going to kill me. I forgot what it's called. But Debbie Cordero does it.
We'll do like a drinks party. We'll drink, we'll talk, we'll hang out.
Yeah, because you know what's so funny? All these brides and grooms, like there's one, you know, if it's a really good night. But at one point, they're like, drink, have a shot with me. I'm like, no, I can't get drunk. First of all, Stephanie doesn't drive. She can't drive me home.
Shot every
Secondly, I you know, I don't want to get drunk. Like, I don't want. And you know what? It's not even just that. Like, I have flip your dress. Thank you. I have no. You never know who's watching. Like, I'll take a shot. If a groom asks me or Brad asks me to take a shot, I feel disrespectful to say no. Yeah. But I'm not gonna go to the bar, drink. It's not even about getting drunk. It's just like, if someone's watching, and someone who paid me, like the parents are like, oh, why is she drinking? She should be working. Or another bride, why is she drinking?
God forbid you're in the middle of a drink, and then all of a sudden someone, like, you missed a moment or something, and then now someone's looking at you and they're like, but she had a drink in her hand when this was happening over here and she should have been doing that. Like, you don't want that. You don't want that on your back either, right?
No. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. It's fantastic. Thanks for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
Anything else you want to say before we cut you? I felt like we talked too much.
Sorry. No, not at all. I had a really good time. I 100% recommend hiring these beautiful ladies for your special day, because it will be the best decision you ever make. You say yes to your fiance, you say yes to these ladies, your day is good to go.
That's
no
it.
questions.
Just say, I do.
Bro,
no, I do, yes. Yes, I'll marry you. Let me go with Ruthie. She's free.
You go to your hall. Oh, are you available this day? I don't know. Let me check my coordinator. Are you available this day?
I've had brides change their date, like book their date around me. I have. Not to sound whatever, but Anthony, shouting you out. Anthony, still there? What size is your finger?
He knows. He knows already.
How long have you guys been together?
It'll be 6 years in September.
Anthony, I got engaged. I got married at 6 years. So really, I was engaged at 5. Just saying. How old are you?
I'll be 24 in September.
Anthony, I was married at 24. It's all true, though. I know, crazy. See, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Anthony. I better be a part. Listen, you better call me when you propose. Because if you
you know it's happening.
help you with your proposal, I will. Just saying. Anyway, in this box
I'll
here,
videotape. It's fine.
For those of you that don't know and don't follow my husband, the weirdo with the hair, Giuseppe MC, on Friday there is we usually don't advertise where kids go to school and stuff, but this is money for our children's school. It's not for us to make money. We are not making a dime off this show. It is a charity event for the school, so we can get laptops for the kids in the school, for the teachers. So it's a charity event on Friday night. It's a comedy show at our school. If you want to buy tickets, go to GiuseppeTheMC.com, and you can buy tickets to the comedy show, something about school. I don't even know what it's called. My first English comedy show. I don't know what the hell. I'm probably the least person who pays attention to my husband's account, really. So I told people during the week, if they buy tickets and they message me and they say, hey, I bought my ticket, then I am going to put their name in a draw, because at this event, we have a license for you to purchase alcohol.
What cousin's cap? Okay, continue.
And if your name gets pulled out, I am gonna buy you and your friend, but 2 drinks, not 6. Say you come with 6 friends. I'm not buying you 6 drinks.
Whoa. Keep the limit.
Relax. Maybe I'll buy 2 drinks. Maybe I'll buy 2 drinks. 1 for me, 1 for you.
I'll be there too.
Denise. She said Denise. Your mom? Guys, so there's a few days left, and yes, you know what? You can buy tickets at the door now. Okay? So buy tickets at the door.
Oh yeah, Kath, you can convince them. Have fun.
Tell your friends. Friends.
That's why I'm talking to her.
Okay.
What is that Franca pick? So you know I'm not cheating. I gotta sneeze. Alright, this is an account name. I don't know everybody's actual name.
Okay. Ready?
Oh, yay!
Fancy Nat.
I don't know Fancy Nat.
I don't know if you're watching.
Oh, Fancy Nat. 2 drinks on me.
You in.
1 for me, 1 for you. Okay. Anybody just want to hang out with us on Friday? Well, I don't know if she's coming, but she's coming.
We can do a reunion there. Everybody buy tickets. We'll do a
That's
reunion
it.
there.
All brides and grooms. Friday night. Come to St. Eugene School, and if you didn't get a ticket online, you can buy a ticket at the door. It is a comedy show. It's about school and teachers and how we used to go to school and how school is now and the kids of today and what it's like to be a parent and blah, 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 all that stuff. But it's going to be funny. So come. And just a side note, for those of you that don't know, Giuseppe the MC is actually an MC you can hire him for your wedding too. Now we have 26 seconds remaining, so we're gonna say goodbye.
Bye.
See you next. No, I don't know if we're gonna see you next week. I'll let you know. Bye bye. See you
guys.
Friday. How about that?
Friday.